Going over here on the south side of Bethlehem, as you know by now, I'm not going to announce anymore. Michael Phoenix, founder and staff of the magazine. We are literally sitting right across from Deja Brew, which is the headquarters for the Southside Film Festival. It's in the 15th year this year, 2018 Southside Film Festival, covering the first Tuesday was the official opening. Last night everything went flat out with films at all three locations: Victory Firehouse, Touchstone Theater, and Charter School for the Arts here on the South Side. Having a great time. Honestly, I was looking forward to this and having a great time, enjoying every second of it. Quick, if you want to know hear the reviews and the praise I have for the film festival and organization, check out the reviews and articles. But right now, last Saturday pretty much caught the first two. Unfortunately, my body has limits. The first two time slots for the film festival, and the first one was drama. The first one at the Victory Firehouse was Drama Block 1. Now, quick review on something that the way this year I was intelligent. I planned it out, looked through the descriptions of all the films, looked at the time slots, and planned out the route. The way I did the priority list was going by the descriptions. I put a star, which was a top priority, question mark, okay, let's check it out. A lot of those were in the blocks I'd see anyway, and pretty much ones that really didn't do it for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're not great films, but they just didn't do it for me personally. Wind Up was actually a question mark for me, and after seeing the film, it should have definitely been a top star for me. Wind Up is a 13-minute film by, and I'm going to spell this out after I try to pronounce it, Ayasla Gosen. I probably murdered the pronunciation. Ayasylaghoson. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm looking at the actual program right now to refresh my memory and get pronunciations and directors. It's a 13-minute short. It's a 16-minute short that is about a boy, and it's pretty much, I'm reading the entire description here. It's about a boy who goes back to a village after it was basically leveled by a war, almost completely leveled by a war. The main thing I loved about this movie is there's absolutely zero dialogue. You had the boy, you had the village, you had music. If there would have been dialogue in this movie, honestly, it would have completely killed and destroyed the movie for me. This is one of those obscenely rare films that between the cinematography, if that term is still used, the filmmaking, modern term, the actor, there's just the boy in the film. Except for the most part. I'll get to that in a second. And the music brought out the true, raw emotion of what that child was going through. Brought out, I mean, literally, I'm telling you straight off, if you see this movie, I don't do emotions too well anymore, honestly. I can look at a film that would tear most people's hearts out and look at it logically and review it from a neutral and logical standpoint. This film, within the first 2 minutes, was tearing my heart out, which is I don't think I've had that happen before since I started doing film reviews. And it's been a long time since I've seen that happen with the movie in general. But this film literally just tore my heart out within the first 2 minutes. Quick rundown on the film itself and the progression. Okay, picture a child walking, we see this on the media the whole time, but this is not your typical media approach to it. We see how in the Middle East, even over in Europe, a village or a town is completely destroyed by a war, bombed out and everything. And picture a child walking through the rubble and what little is left, the few walls that are left standing. A child alone walking through this. Okay, just picture yourself trying to do that. If you can even remotely imagine doing that. And then, you know, and this is like another aspect I just realized about this movie is that it's so realistic that everyone can, you know, at least try to imagine, okay, I'm walking, and you can even, like, some points in your life, like, I know, like, my wife passed away almost 11 years ago. When I came back to Lehigh Valley, I went down to Copley Park, and the pavilion, even though all the doors were down, I looked at the pavilion, and I saw the two of us standing there getting married. So you can easily relate to it in that aspect, because it's happened to almost everybody at some point in your life, whether it's a place, you know, especially different places that you go that bring back those memories that are so real that you're back in that moment. And that's what this child goes through as he's walking through his village. He's walking down the street, and he sits down next to a girl that he likes, and obviously likes him. They don't, you know, you can tell by watching the movie. Then what really was just, if you could see my face right now, in fact, let me try to do this. If it doesn't work, I apologize. But just, you know, to see this child as he makes his way back to the apartment that he lived and he grew up in. And the one thing that throughout the movie that has me really curious about is this child the only survivor of that attack? Is this child the only one left from that village? And just, he walks into the apartment, he sees his mom and dad, you know, the flashbacks, that in the way they did this movie, it was almost like I was standing right there with him, without any form of dialogue whatsoever. That was the impact that this movie had on me, that might have on me. It's just, in fact, Wind Up, again, I'm going to change background, okay? But with Wind Up, for a movie that was on my question mark list, may actually get the magazine's best film of the festival award. I've only been through 2 nights so far, but that's the kind of impact that it had on me, and there's a chance it may have on you. Check this movie out. Honestly. It's definitely worth your time. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Take some time out and enjoy it from your family and friends. Please go to Thanks to Sponsors page. Support those people and businesses. Financially, it keeps the magazine going. In fact, I can do all this. Thanks to everybody out there for all the support, because without you, I wouldn't be doing it in the first place. Enjoy.